It's almost Christmas in July. Well, that's sort of a Hallmark Channel kind of a thing. Anyways, this won't be a very long live, I rest assured. I'm only going live actually for a very specific reason here, so definitely shout out to the replay crew. Strike wars are looming across multi YouTube jurisdictions. It's literally like that, isn't it? It's like people are so how should I put it, like guarded of their turf. What is our turf on here anyway? This is just a social media video freaking platform. That's all this is. I'm just not that vested in it. Are you? Well, I think that goes without showing. Some of you actually are. Discord junkies. Shout out to the slow, agonizing death servers out there. It'll be interesting to see this time next year just what's going on in those servers. Rest assured, I intend to be the last man standing. Anyways, I did what I said I would do. I have done FOIAs. It's very rare that I would do a FOIA involving anything on YouTube at all. But this is something that kind of concerns me too. So a long time ago, I did a FOIA and I got records for the ASDA and the CERT team, particularly the member rosters. There's two separate ones. And they go back a ways. They go back quite a ways. And luckily I did it on time that all of that stuff was still there. It had not, in other words, been purged from any computer. You got to figure the original roster was on one of those War Games PCs with the black screen with the dark green text fonts and all that. It's very like 8-bit pixel computers. So I mean, you're talking like freaking the 80s, okay? And I can assure you, when I was down in that EOC, the Emergency Operations Center in the old Public Safety Building, or PSB, they had the old computers still there in the corner, in the far corner of the radio room portion of the EOC. There's two different sections, or there's three different sections to that old EOC, and it's similar, but not to the newer EOC, which is not so newer anymore. That was built like 20 years ago. Sammy, what's going on? Why aren't you modded? You need to have a wrench, so we'll take care of that right now. There you go. Good morning to you. I see over on Jamie's. Shout out. So I did the FOIA request. This is not something new. I've done them before, except I don't put all this information on blast, okay? I don't do that. So, hey, what's going on, Wabbit? How you doing? I see somebody avoids Vegas Valley's channel when you just so happen to be around there. I'm sure it's by mere coincidence, because that's one tough cookie. Let me not tell you. Oh, that bitch likes to talk a lot of shit. The thing that I cannot get, I'm not talking about Black Rose, the thing I can't get over with her is, for some unbeknownst to me reason, she thinks that everything that comes out of her mouth is fact. And the problem with that is all of the shit she pumps out there is all biased, one-sided, narrow-minded bullshit. That's what it is. She goes to people like Huckleberry 3447. She goes to people like Rick Rude to get her information. And those are not credible sources. I'm sorry. You've just got to laugh at that. You have to. I don't care who you are. But yeah, just because you get on the internet and you just go live or or make some video, or you clip somebody, which, yes, I agree, can absolutely be taken out of context. It's been done to me and attempted to be used against me in a court of law. It has, on bullshit off of YouTube. That's twice my content has been used in courts in different states. That's a fact, Jack. The first time I didn't even know about it till the actual factual. It was the in Colorado hearing thing, and that was from a live stream I did like 2 years ago. Thanks. Definitely want to take notes on this. You might learn something. We pop quiz on this later for you. So, Swedish Sugar's thing with Bird, when Bird took her, drug her into court, tried to get a restraining order on her, a chunk of one of my live streams was played in court, one or two actually. I didn't even know about that until later, and it helped her win her case, and I'm glad for that. It's not obviously the sole thing, but it definitely added. It definitely played in her favor. It absolutely did. Now, when it came to the Kansas court, again involving frickin' Tyrant Bird, he tried to use a clip against me that he got out of my Discord VC a couple of years ago, and it's like a 12-second clip. The guy is a bitch. I mean, look, whether you like Joey or you don't like him, it's not about who likes who. It's about what's the fact. It's truth. And Bird is an absolute bitch, and all he does is call everyone predators and PDFs. That's all he does. That's all he does. But he's not. And in reality, we all know the guy is not a pred catcher. I don't think anyone in that side of YouTube would even remotely accept that guy. And they started hanging with Evil Ghost for the longest time, and that was absolutely the pits for that guy's channel. He ran with Katie to try to get dirt on everyone that he used to know on the shit show. It's just, man, you can't make this shit up. I'm serious. You can't. Just can't. So back to my FOIA thing, which has nothing to do with any of that stuff. None of that shit. I did my FOIA, and it came back 2 days later. I got it back yesterday, and it came back as I was not totally surprised, because I know why it came back that way, see? But it came back with no records of anything. And I didn't request information on one particular person. I requested information on everyone who was involved in, how you doing, emo, CERT and ESDA, and per a Illinois statute, which enables them to basically to purge, delete, completely eradicate records from their servers and shit. That's exactly what they did. So luckily I got that information. Oh shit, it's been at least, I'm trying to remember how long ago I got that shit. It was probably it was like in 2008. So how long ago was that? 18 years ago? 18 years ago I got all of that information from the sheriff's department. I got those records, the rosters, and the names of everyone that was on it. But the problem is the CERT team dissolved in April of 2015. So that's over, that's, 11 years ago. And there are no more records that exist with the sheriff's department pertaining to either of those two emergency management functions. They don't exist anymore. And the thing about that is just because they don't exist now doesn't dismiss that they existed before, because they did. And I have the records of all that. Let me just go ahead and put that information on my community tab in a video and just go ahead and put everyone's names out there that was a member of that. I mean, I was part of it too. I was the last member of it, actually. To my knowledge, yes, I actually was the very last member of that team. So there it is. And I would encourage each and every one of you who's psycho obsession over whether myself or Lady Di 49 1.0, 2.0, and 5.0 and all the rest was on that to go do a FOIA yourself. If you don't believe me, I could care less. But that lays that issue to rest. And there, I have one more FOIA yet to go, and I'm not going to disclose what that is right now. With that same sheriff's department, I'm going to FOIA information as it pertains to myself. I'll tell you that much. That's all you're going to get. So stay tuned for that, or don't. But I don't get records on shit to put out there. I don't do a bunch of extensive freaking work, like putting my work effort into shit like this that doesn't pay very well. And I work a full-time job. I work like 60 hours a week, and that. So I'm like, dude, I spent over 6 years in college. That's a long time. That's a long time. And what I learned is you don't just do all, you sell your work. That's one thing. If that's what your goal is. Now that's different. That'd be like selling an article to a magazine or a blog. You do an online blog, or you're an author, like most of your PhDs are, right? That's how they make a lot of their side money anyway. That's their side hustles right there, right? But I mean, so I don't do a bunch of freaking FOIAs to just give it to people. I just don't do that. I don't do that. And even if the information is public, I just, unless those people approve of it, I'm not going to put their shit out there. I'm just not going to do it. That's just not me. I don't do it that way. And I'm sorry if that's to disappoint anyone on here, but that's just tough nuggets. Because, I mean, that's just how I operate. That's how I am. So, there it is. There it was. There it shall be. Ever again. So, yes, I am going to... It's not now. Right now, I'm on a friggin' 5-day stretch of working 12-hour shifts. So, screw that. AGM knows best. Right, mate? How you doing, dude? How you doing, buddy? I haven't seen you in a bit. I haven't seen you. UD has got me blocked, man. He's had me blocked for over a year. So I don't even know what he's doing. I don't even follow any of those guys anymore. I don't know what they're doing. I have no idea. UD is Urban Disciples, by the way. So he's kind of known around a little bit. ER Videos was live, or I don't know if he's still live or not right now, but Earl, you're just so boring. You're too boring. So I had to go live on top of him. Actually, I was going to go live anyway just to put that information out there. But yeah, you got to be careful with this shit. There's a couple of things when you're doing a FOIA. First of all, you got to know how to do it right. You got to know exactly, you got to have the precise, exact, down to the nitty-gritty, dot your I's, cross your T's information on that form. Otherwise, it's going to come back no return. Even if you do it the right way, and in my case, it can come back no return. And that's because of an Illinois state statute that permits the deletion of old personnel records and data post 5 years post separation. That would include every single member on that CERT team, every one of them. It got dissolved over a state budget crisis in April of 2015 under the current sheriff, and that's why they're gone. So I'm proud to say that I do have those records, and I know people that would die to get their hands on them, and guess what? Not gonna happen. Oh, UD blocked me over a year ago. I got up on his panel, and he just got, ticked off. I'm like, dude, then why did you even let me get on your panel, first off? And then he got mad at a bunch of other people, and then he just freaking blocked me in the chat. He did. Yes, he did. He did do that. Now, I don't know if this channel's blocked. I think it is, actually. I think I was using this channel. at the time. But I mean, I don't. I mean, I could go on there and I have 411 channels. I could go on any other channel, get on there again, and hang out. But why? What's the point? I got other better shit to do, right, Paulie? Paulie, I mean, you're probably the most itinerant dude on here. I mean, you come and go. You're like, I don't know, a 3-day carnival. And when it's done, it's done. We'll see you next year. So there is that. Boy, they gave you a hard time on Vegas Valley's channel. Was that last night? I think it was last night. See, at nighttime, I mean, I'm at work and shit. I don't have time. I'm in and out. I am in and out. I'm listening to stuff in the background, but I'm just not there all the time. So that's just how it goes. Yeah. Well, I'm on a solo stream right now. You know, you're right. Jamie does not drop the link. It's very rare. Also, Brett the Settlement. He seldom drops his link either. And you know, the reason he threw it out there like last 2 times is to get other people to get on there. That some of which didn't get on there. One of them was that Evil Terry guy. Evil Terry. He used to be a big part of the shit show and all of that, and he was actually Brett's co-host not once but twice, and even Brett agrees that he was the numero uno co-host of that show, ultimate co-host of that show. He kicked some ass, some serious ass, man. He did, and in doing such, he had a big fallout with all of his old friends for no reason. He had a complete meltdown and personal, stuff going on in his life, and that's when he just disappeared, gone from that community. And I would love to find it. They all got on his panel one day, and all the key players in the shit show got up on his panel one day, and he just completely, threw them all in one bottle, man. Just alienated every single one of them. He did. So that ended that one. I'd love to find that and re-upload it, but that's all right. I know I've got it somewhere. I'm just gonna find it. My 3 terabyte hard drive. That's where it's at. Sammy, how you doing? So like I say, man, people come and go, and then they come back around the bend again. Like ASMR. That dude's, come and gone. Will he ever be back again? I don't know. I think Steph's got him in the cryogenic chamber down in our cellar somewhere. I think she's got him chained down. She's holding him at bay. That's what I think. Remember something. ASMR was pro bird, like Paulie here. Him and Steph were definitely a thing. It's your thing. Do what you want to do. Anyways, you know what I mean. So they come and go. They do. It's just how it is out here. Now, Paulie, that's on you. I didn't say nothing about that. Nothing. Not a word. And you brought that up. It's no different than the whole Abe was a fake cop thing. That is always other people who don't know anything about that, the lore of that, who say that kind of shit. The person that started that whole rigmarole, is it rigmarole? If I said that right. Probably didn't. But you know what I mean? The person who started that whole thing, all I'm gonna say is rest in peace, their soul, because they're no longer with us. So that's where that all began. Well, it was that person. It was a couple of 2 other people, and then those 2 people turned on that one person, and then it was basically just those 2. And you know how people like to cling on to people's coattails and go for a ride because they don't have jack shit going on in their YouTube life, let alone their regular life, and they figure I'm just gonna clout chase off this person. hate bond and shit like that. It's the most gayest thing. You talk about it's gay. That's what's gay. I mean, happy. I mean, happy. What's up, Real Dose? What you doing, dude? Mike Cerrone. You know something? I'm glad you bring that up. I do not cover this douchebag, degenerate. Okay, I do not cover him. I don't care about him. I can't stand him when he gets on panels, and there's plenty of other people that cover him like mad dogs. Angel Newfound Life covers him. That Combat Wombat weirdo who tried going at me because I got on late night Mr. Peace panel, and he thought he was gonna get you. Oh, you're well. There's another Mike Cerrone. Well, fuck you too, dude. You don't know shit from Shino about me and Mr. P, because I knew Mr. P before he even had a channel. Okay, before the guy even had a channel, I knew him. Me and a couple others knew him. I know the whole lore of that one, trust me, from a very long time ago. So, yeah, I've heard that story. I've heard about that too. But, I mean, good God, y'all. The one thing I hate out here is there's so much selectivity of like not I would say like group shaming. It's like selective rage. That's what I'm gonna call it. Like, you got people here calling people out that done some effed up foul shit in their own worlds too, online, and they get that free pass and nobody else does. I'm like, really? Who is the arbiter of that? Who? Just like this one sock account that used to go by Evil One. That's always in my tab. Morning, Gold Eyes. How you doing? Shout out. Yeah, that's it. Whoever's behind that sock account, the Evil One that's been around and gets around. It's like who that. I love it when people use this verbiage. Tyrant Bird. Staff are routinely use this kind of language, and they'll be vague at best when they'll say we, us, everyone. Okay, would you care to indulge us a little bit more and just sort of tell us a little bit more? Yeah, they came from the Office Space, and just sort of name drop. That's another thing I can't stand. And I even call Corrosive Commentary, loves it when I talk about him, out for that one time and time again. Listen, when Corrosive goes live, what's he doing? He's name dropping people. Okay, when any of these, not just him, okay, any of these people go live, they name drop the hell out of people. But then I go and name drop somebody and, oh, bloody murder! Oh, Jesus! Have mercy! How dare you name drop somebody on your channel? Excuse me? Did somebody die, rest in peace, roll over in their grave, and make you the freaking god of YouTube streets? Who are you to tell me who I can and cannot name drop when all I do is see y'all name dropping like mad dogs in Discord? And especially on Discord, and even on YouTube, too. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, excuse me, may I have another? You're out of your flipping gourds. Somebody mentioned Dr. Chink. I have not seen that guy on a panel in I don't know how long. How long has it been? Yeah, there's your buddy, Boats and Toes. But, again, seriously? And I can't stand people that just block people because they don't like what they have to say. Now, I understand, of course I understand, when somebody's getting up on there, like Polly Crispy's panel, well, that would be Bird, and sitting there calling me a PDF file over and over again, like the piece of shit he is, okay? I get why you would block somebody like that. I totally understand. I do. I have done there. Is that him? I totally get that. I do. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. If somebody just has a different viewpoint as you do, then let it be. You want me to sing it for you? I will sing it for you. Let it be, let it be, let it be, yeah, let it be. Speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Of course, I'm driving here. I don't care. I could care less. I don't want my channel to be one-sided. I want people that have different viewpoints. What about Lady Di? If you want to go talk to Lady Di, you know where to go find her. Good morning, Allie. How you doing? If she blocks people on her channel, then she blocks people on her channel. I got nothing to do with it. I don't have anything to do with that. That's her channel. I appreciate you. You're more welcome bringing that shit up, but that's not my channel. I do things different on my channel. Okay. Well, then just use a sock account. I'm sure you got them. And go in there and say whatever you want to say. You probably get blocked there, too. If you're saying something that, is against whatever channel rules be. I don't follow all this shit. When Lisa B goes live, I catch very little of it. When Lady Diana goes live, I catch very little of it. When ER Videos goes live, if I watch more than 5 seconds of it, I fall asleep. And that's not good to do, drive behind the wheel. Now, I don't hate Mr. ER, but yes, he does like to stir the pot in his own little way. He did, and that is one thing. If what's her name? TN Mama 2 used to be called Midwest Mama 2. That is Flying Monkey's daughter-in-law, I guess. Well, no, it is, because she's got control of her channel, and she did hide that channel. There's no question in my mind, none whatsoever. But I'm gonna do a shout out, because back at the time, and Earl, are you listening? Flying Monkey called your ass out for using Pink Birdo for cheap content on your channel to get 500 subs. And so did Genix Jeff did that with Mike Cerrone. Hebrew Operator, his channel grew up to that dude got like 400 subs off of Pink Birdo. Have you seen him around? That's how that guy's channel grew like it did. It grew because he had Birdo up on that panel time and time and time again. Yes, he did. So again, how does AC put it? Stop me when I lie. I can't do a panel for about 6 days. I was going to do a panel. Now 2 days ago, but then we had a meeting, an early meeting at my non-job job, so I had to go in 2 hours early. So last night I worked 14 hours, and here I still go. Here I still am before each and every one of you. 6 days, hell yeah, baby! 6 days, 12 hours. Makes for some beefy paychecks, man. I'm telling you, I make more in 3 days than Rick Crude makes all month long off of my and yours dimes. How do you like them Snapples? Who's losing credibility? Talk to me. Who are you, the arbiter of credibility? Who decides? Who out here decides whose receipts are legit and illegit? Who out here decides who the fug is telling the truth and who's not? Because what I have come to find in all the years I've been on here is people that tend to call people out on that seem to have something to hide on themselves, or people they're trying to protect, or half fucking truths. Y'all know what that means, right? Pardon my French. Well, don't pardon my French. It's not Sunday today. Hallelujah. 26 people. The FOIA, here's the thing. I have discussed that. It's on my community tab. Go back and check it out. I'd encourage you to do that. The FOIA request that Rick Crude had the wrong decades on it. That's a starter right there. Didn't request the correct information, and that information does not exist anymore because of a state statute. Go back and read up on my community tab, or go back in my earlier live stream and check it out yourselves. I can't cite you the statute. It's like 130 point something. Anyways, make my day. What I make in a day, you can't make in a week. I seriously doubt that. I doubt that. No, I'm not going to shut up. The more you tell me to shut up, the more I'm going to talk. How do you like them Snapples? I had every mofo in Pauly Crispy's server muting me if it wasn't Rada kicking me out of the thing or Harry Balls a couple of years ago because none of these mofos could take it. That's being a wussy, if I do say so myself. Thank you very much, all 30 of you here. What are you guys doing here? That's never mind. You listen, you guys, friends and foes, made this channel happen. Again, I can't thank you enough. I'll thank you individually. Here we go, okay? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ooh, thank you. And definitely you. So how about that? I did a FOIA myself. And go check out my community tab and then talk to me about it. I'm not going to repeat the whole thing. I've only been live for half an hour, so it'll be easy enough to find. All right. So, anyways, I'm not going to broken record over the same shit because you came in late. Sorry, or anyone for that matter. Rada got Rada. You know why that guy got mad at me originally? It had nothing to do with Tonic and Sales, who's Golden Boy Reports now, being on his panel back then anyways. It had nothing to do with that. Is that the real Medusa? It had nothing to do with that. You know what it had to do with? Wait, why should I tell any of you all? Because y'all seem to know everything about me that you don't know. So there is that. That's okay. You're welcome to. I'm glad you're here. In short, I'll just tell you, there is a state statute that says after 5 years post-employment, that would include volunteers included, records are allowed to be purged from servers and perma-deleted. And the county that in question, which is Winnebago County Sheriffs in Illinois, not Wisconsin, has deleted every single record of every ESDA and CERT member that existed in their database for upwards 40 years. That's a long time. So they do not exist anymore. They're gone. The records are history. But I was able to obtain those records, however, about 20 years ago. I would say 18 and a half years ago, something like that. Because at the time, they still existed, and I do have them, yes. All right, so that being said, what else was I going to say next to that? Yes, they do delete records. They absolutely do delete records. There is a state statute on that. Don't take my word on it. I actually did your guys' homework for you, and I highlighted that statute in my community tab. Go check it out. It's there. I didn't hashtag anyone in it, but yes, they did. They do delete personnel records, certifications, and I'm trying to think of what else. That's a whole other can of worms, whole separate issue. Training and standards differed in the 1980s and 90s as they do today, and that goes across the entire nation. So if you want to talk about Lady Di, you know where to go find her. This is not a Lady Di live stream today. Sorry. Anyways, y'all can go on. Lisa B has devoted her entire channel, I guess, to GR8. Well, now is Michelle and Lady Di. Y'all can go hang out there because I don't hang out on our channel anymore. And the reason I don't hang out on our channel anymore, I've said many times before. And that is because every time I get on her panel, all she does is throw me in the basement for no reason and let Rick Rude run his fucking mouth and then declare him the winner. She did that for the last time earlier this year and never again. Then she kept pulling my wrench so I could keep getting timed out and blocked. And guess who is a big chunk of her show? Good old Gravel Rose 21843. So may the two live happily ever after. Personally, I have nothing against Lisa B other than that, and I have taken the administrative decision not to go on her channel for that very reason. So that is the Lady Di and GR8 show, not here. Thank you very much. So with that being said, I'm only going to go for a couple more minutes, and then I'm going to get on down the road. I got some things I got to do. I got to get some gas for my non-existent vehicle, of a driver's license that people for years said was revoked for having multiple DUI arrests. Kind of funny because I've had an active driver's license since my 17th birthday. I'm 44 years old today. My license has been valid and clear for all that time. Never had a DUI. Never had anything more than a speeding citation, which I defeated in court. So anyways, there is that. Well, that and a fender bender. I got a citation for a fender bender in like 2004, 03 or 04. With it was what you call a PD only, which means property damage only. PI means passenger injury. TC is total collision for some police radio codes. So with that being said, not much else going on, man. I just kicked it here. I will try to do a panel in 6 days. I think 6 days, 5 or 6 days. I have to take a look at my fictitious schedule and go from there. Obviously, YouTube definitely takes a back burner when it comes to my professional life and all that. But anyways, somebody made a comment in Discord last night, and they were spot on. And they said, it doesn't matter what you do, whether you show whose birthday is it, whether you show receipts or not, they're always going to denounce them. They're always going to use their unqualified bias to declare your receipts illegit anyway. And I have been down that road. We've done that rodeo time and time again. And I just don't give a flying fudge sickles. You know what? You got what you got. And if you want to believe my receipts, I don't give a shit. I did put a receipt up where I passed the hazmat specialist exam, which was a closed book timed exam. It had 50 questions, and I passed it with a 90%. So, yeah, I did that all right. Yes, I did. And I didn't have to do that. I just did it to just do it. I don't have a job that currently would require it. I did some years ago. Yes, I did. But I just don't today. Whose birthday is it today? Whoever's birthday it is today, happy birthday. Receipts don't mean jack shit. Emo's got that right. People are always going to find any way to try to flaw your receipts, no matter what it is you do or do not do. And I'm going to tell you why they do that. You want to know why they do that? It's real simple. The reason mofos out there do that kind of shit is because they're trying to egg you on, gaslight you to put more receipts out. That's why they're doing it. Oh, no, it's not my birthday. I'm an Aquarius. Okay, I'm an Aquarius. I already had my birthday. But I appreciate that. I will take all the birthday blessings for 2027. I still believe make YouTube great again 2026. I would absolutely freaking love to see that. I don't think that's going to happen. So there's that. But just because people get on YouTube and get on panels, run their flaps and their yaps a million miles a minute does not make that shit true. So I don't care what people have to say on panels. I don't care what they say in Discord. I only care about what's truth. And I'm not talking about the YouTuber what's truth, the Canadian guy. I'm talking about the actual factual truth of the matter in an unbiased way. I will, as for me, I take a look at whatever If somebody puts out receipts about themselves, I give people the benefit of the doubt. I don't just come on here and act like a complete jackass of myself and say, "Yup, you're fake. You're all bull." Just because, it's not the popular thing to do. Okay? Being on my channel is not a popular thing to do by most people who don't even have a clue why that is. They just go with the fucking flow. So there is that. But again, do I care? No, I do not care. But just because people run their mouths about other people they don't like doesn't make the shit they say about them true. And the same standard you can apply to me and the next schmuck out there. Okay? Right to Liliana? Hell yeah. So, anyways. Oh! Do y'all know why Rada got mad at me from the very get-go? It took somebody why that guy latched on me like he tried so hard. The last person he stuck on like glue was Kane. Kane's comedy. Yep, be good, Allie. We'll catch you on the next one. Whenever that is. There's 27 people watching me, man. Now you all made me stay here longer than I intended to, but that is A-okay. So why get on a panel and talk about the same regurgitated, overly recycled? You can only recycle plastic so much, right? Until it completely breaks down and you can't do nothing with it, I think. Maybe I'm wrong on that. But my point is, you can only recycle the same frickin' aluminum can so many times. So many times. Melt that shit down and then remold it back again. Sterilize it for use. So it goes from Coke brands to Pepsi brands. You know what I'm saying? Until people get people got to get tired of that kind of shit. Some don't. I guarantee it. Wholeheartedly, some do not get tired of that shit. Okay? But people like me do. It's a big freaking turnoff to hear the same regurgitated bullshit over and over and over and over and over years later. Years later. Okay? I'm not talking about days. I'm not talking about months. I'm talking about years freaking later. And I'm just over it. It's just fucking annoying. It's boring. It's predictable, and it's just not fun. Well, then take your union break. If you're bored, there you go. Good job. All right. So again, and trying to run a panel and having the same instigators that completely try to annihilate your panel by going back to the same stupid fuck shit that they did is probably the most annoying thing than just having, well, I was going to name drop on this one. A couple certain particular people, panel killers, on your show. I will take a panel killer any day of the week than I will a freaking echo chamber. Okay? Any day of the week and twice on Sunday. Echo. I can't stand people that do that shit. And the reason they're not in stand-up, comedy that is, and they're here is obviously, I'm guessing there would be fly-by-night, unhidden not-so-talent of being a comedian sort of failed by exponential proportions. And that's why they're here. Anyways, those kind of people, I absolutely will drop them off my panel when it starts to go that way. And I will, after I warn them, I'll say, listen, we're not doing Abe Lives Mom's Basement shit. We're not doing Abe was Fake Cop shit. Not today. You got a channel, Go on your channel, have fun. This is not 2023 anymore. We have progressed on. The person that put that information out of the department, the actual agency that I was on, is now no longer with us, sad to say. That person put that information out there. A university police and public safety department. And if you do a little bit of research, what you'll come to find is, yes, it existed. It was a real thing. Yes, you'll find my name on the roster or on the old personnel archived list off of their website. I'm there plain as day. And yes, colleges and universities are called public safety across this country. It is a very common, it's a very diplomatic, commonplace name given to actual law enforcement at university campuses. Mike Cerrone, on the other hand, said that he was a conservative of the peace, and that would be for some private security company that worked at a college. However, the records do not reflect that on his own security license. I looked into that. I talked to a private investigator in Virginia who sat there for almost an hour on the phone with me and broke the whole thing down, explained it to me step by step by step by step. Now I know. No, AAA, you're wrong again. I just take them as they come. This is shit that y'all like to talk about. So I'm giving you what it is you wanted. And we're talking about people that talk about the same shit over and over again, and people like you that call people like me, although you hang out all over the place, even on channels that do talk shit about me, and I could care less. Okay, I'm not your dad here. Okay, you go wherever it is your heart desires. I don't care. All I'm saying is I don't see you calling those people out for the shit you're trying to call me out for. So there is that. That makes you a hypocrite. That's what that makes you. So there is that. Yes, he did say he went to Rutgers. I went to college. I shared a picture of a couple of my college degrees years ago. And there's people out there that have pictures of them. People out here said I didn't have an HVAC certificate, and yes, I do. And again, I shared that out, and that is out there as well. You can look it up. Go have fun with it. People found somebody found out I went to college on my old Facebook page. Is how they found that out. And yes, I did. I went to 3 different colleges. I'm sorry, I had that wrong. I went to 4 different colleges. None of them are Ivy Leagues. Not a one of them. So don't ask me if I was on Skull and Bones fraternity, because those are Ivy League schools. Ask Mike if he knows even what the fuck that means. I seriously doubt he does. There you got him there. If he doesn't know what that means, then yeah, you got him there. Because anybody that has gone to an Ivy League university would know what Skull and Bones is, because it's there on their very campuses. So, anyways, I'll tell you, most of the colleges I went to, most people have never even heard of before. But they are fully accredited, regionally accredited institutions of learning, post-secondary universities, colleges and universities, and they're still in existence to this day. But again, they're just not well known. Mostly smaller liberal arts, even though I studied the science, I took all sciences, associate applied science, bachelor of science, MBA. But again, that is not an issue I even brought to the table on this godforsaken platform. Other people did, and I just simply addressed it. I regressed them, and most of those people actually acknowledged and confirmed that I did actually go to those schools to begin with. So there's that too. Anyways, I again, I have, let me count them out if I can. I don't know if I can or not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I want 7 or 8 federal licenses. And people all said, no, you don't. You're a fucking liar. You don't have nothing like that. You're just another Mike Cerrone. Yeah. Well, those people had to eat crow, although they never, not one of them mofos, actually came forward and said, yeah, oops-a-daisy, we kind of sort of got that wrong. Yeah, you actually do. Even Harry Balls 5557, that kicked me out of Massel's server multiple times, blocked me off of her channel multiple accounts, acknowledged that yes, I actually do. I have every single commercial radio telephone license that is known to mankind issued by the Federal Communications Commission. Yes, I have. And those people can go fuck off who say and said that I do not. I take great pride in that. I spent almost a decade earning those licenses. I went to electronics technician school to start to learn that kind of shit, to take those kind of comprehensive timed proctored exams that cost me $100 a piece. I have dumped almost, $700-800 in all of that shit. All of it. I am one of a few thousand people that exist in the world that can say that. You're talking to him, the real McCoy. Thank you very much. Now, with that being said, there's not a thing, a receipt, anything I've ever done on here that I have not done. I have done that shit that I have said I've done, most of which other people put out there, some of which I put out there. So, again, stop me when I lie. Anyways, there's no, I seriously do not doubt that. I don't. People said I was not a licensed teacher. Yes, I was. I'm not current, but yes, I was. I was licensed as a substitute teacher. And in the state in which I have had that license, it's still there, but it's just expired. Because I'm not doing that job anymore. Thank God for that. Requires you to have a minimum of a bachelor's degree that is regionally accredited, which I have in my possession to this day. Again, that's something that is in my professional background that I did and that I had. I don't have it currently. I have no reason, no need to have it, but at least my FCC licenses, my radio ones, are well, all but two of them are lifetime licenses. They're valid till the day I die. So there is that. I take pride in the shit I've done, and you should too, of all the stuff you've done. Who the hell out here do you have to prove yourself to? Again, if you're going to call me a liar and tell me that I made all that shit up, that I do not have the stuff then you prove it. We'll start there. And again, carry on next. So, anyways, nobody has to prove themselves to any. I totally agree with that. Totally concur. Yes, I do. And I do believe in, I'm not an naysayer. If you tell me that you did something in your past, that's great. I'm happy for you. Obviously, that's something that you did, or you say you've done, that you take great pride in. And who the fuck is anyone out here to take that away from you? And nobody is, man. Nobody. Ain't no one. Not a soul. Instead, typically it's because they're jealous of your accomplishments and what you've done too. To the point that they just simply refuse to acknowledge something that they know is more than likely, or they actually have confirmed or validated through somebody else, that you have or have done in your lives. Nobody's paying my bills on this internet. Are they paying yours? I'm paying bills. I have YouTube Premium. I pay that every month. I have paid StreamYards. I pay that every year. And I barely use it. I hardly use it. Wonder why that is. But again, tomorrow is yesterday. I do like that channel, by the way. I don't know who you are, but who really knows anybody on here? But I remember I used to go to a comic store called Tomorrow's Yesterday as a kid, and that just brings back good memories. Good karma, good vibes. It does. Now, if you told me that you were the last one out of the World Trade Center when they were pancaking down on 9/11 of 2001, that might come into question just a little bit. But if you're somebody that was a 9/11 recovery worker, sure. There's hundreds of thousands of maybe close to 1 million, if not 1 million. I'm sure it's definitely hundreds of thousands. 9/11 recovery workers were out there for over a decade doing all that shit. And those people are to be commended for. I know personally, some have passed away, some are still among us. A handful of 9/11 recovery workers. And people are so damn dumb on here that they took what I said as saying 9/11 survivors, as in people that escaped the tragedy of 9/11. That's not what I said. What was it? Tommy D was saying he knows people personally that are 9/11 recovery workers, or they're not people that immediately responded to the scene, like your police and fire and EMS and all of that. But these are people that have done volunteer work, mostly widely, and selflessly gone out there and done that, and done whatever it is they did to help with the recovery effort of that. One of my college professors was a 9/11 recovery worker, who is she is a certified PhD psychologist is what she is. Was one of my college professors. Yes, they're out there. Absolutely, yes. So it's not uncommon that you're going to run into people out here that know people that did that if they didn't do it themselves. Anyways, me personally, no. I had nothing to do with the 9/11 anything other than just watching on TV. And that was bad enough, seeing that. Moving on from the gloom and doom. The people are just stupid, and I get the troll mechanism of it. I'm not a fool. Mama didn't raise no fool. But, come on. At some point, trying to gaslight somebody, to try to paint them as something that they didn't say they were or did, which was in this case with me. Come on. We can do better than that. As a community, when you're talking about something as serious like as 9/11, we can do better than that. I believe together. So anyways. Oh, look, it's one of my fans. I'll tell you, if a tree falls and no one's around to hear it, that is that guy right there who retracted his comment, which I took a screenshot of. on my channel. Are you afraid I'm gonna time you out? I'm not gonna time you out, Dave. But you are very vindictive, very. I am certainly not certified to diagnose anybody, but I am going to tell you this: you're a dumbass, and your content. I can't. It's comparable to Rick Crude, who between the two of these dudes, they replay like 80 minutes of a live stream, and they say like 3 or 4 things at best, and the audio is for shit, and it's just crappy content. So I'm sorry, I just can't with you, Dave. I can't. Your content, you got to do something. Listen, I am certainly not pro grade content creator. Don't take me for what I am not. Okay, I'm just out here to have fun. But come freaking on. This dude tags me. He tags me on my old channel, which is sitting there like a dwarf freaking planet. I don't use that channel no more. It just sits there dead as a doornail. He tags every single channel of mine that I don't even use. And like I'm going to notice it. Hey, Quick Vic, what's happening, my mans? Shout out. How you doing, dude? How you doing? But my God, Dave. So he ran away like a little bitch he is. Okay, so anyways, there's his 5 seconds of shame, I guess. Well, a little bit more than that. But who's counting? So anyways, let's see here. Oh, somebody smacked him. Somebody smacked him. I didn't smack him. Somebody else did. Damn. You know, if he wasn't such a whiny little bitch, I'd actually give him manager mod wrench. If nothing else, just to piss some other people off that don't like him. I don't hate him, but God, this guy's got some loose screws. If he doesn't, it's a hell of an act. That's the guy DDT dumped off in Farm. What is his name? Not Port Dirt Farmer. The hell's this guy's name? Roadhog Kennel. And this dude lived in like this rundown trailer with no electricity or plumbing or any of that shit. For how long was it, Dave? And that's a name I'm sure a lot of you had not heard of in a long time. And he goes back to the old Drama Dome, and was it Madman and all these other people that you don't see anymore really around as much. DFK for Justice. DFK was recently like in like the shit show chat, or I saw him somewhere. I'm like, oh shit. There's a blast, or on the panel rather. I'm like, there's a blast of the past. One guy that keeps getting bonked in some of those channels is a guy known as Broken System, Broken Trust, BSBT. That guy gets the smackdown like everywhere he goes. I'm like, dude, this is like giving me like fond nightmares. I mean, memories of like over 3 years ago when a lot of this shit started over on Ambient Alcohol's channel. No, this show does not suck. This show is I have the AM shift, and that's it. I can't do frickin' StreamYard when I'm on the road because it eats so much bandwidth. I would sound like R2D2 on here, literally. And I work all the damn time, so panels are just something that's like a rare camaraderie on my channel. And even when I do panels, half the people that tell me to do panels don't come in, and I get all these other people coming in instead. But don't get me wrong. I mean, hell, I still make it a show. Y'all know, you know me. I could make it a show with nobody on but me for 9 hours. I proved that to y'all. And I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to my other channel, and I'm going to make that video public again. My 9.5 hour solo stream. I didn't take a bathroom break. I didn't stop for a glass of water. I didn't have one drop of water in 9.5 hours of doing this. Who can topple that? I'll wait. Anyways, what else can I say? What else can be said? I have not seen Mr. Golden Boy reports around in a minute. When's the last time I saw this dude? When is the last time I saw the wild fox running around? Oh, on my street. I see this wild fox running my street. This was like 3 weeks ago, and he was one of those orange ones, and he was fast like lightning. And I would have seriously got a picture of that thing if I wasn't doing this shit. I'll find him again. Just like my pet rooster out there. I swear to God, a fox or a coyote got him. But sure as shit, man, I'm going on an AM morning stroll, and I'm walking down the right path, and there he is. I'm like, oh shit, there's my buddy. Right there. Isaac. I could do a freaking 24-hour solo stream and no problem whatsoever. This ain't nothing. 9 hours ain't nothing. And y'all know it's true. I could keep this shit going. I don't have to have people on my panel to just kick it, man. I don't. I have no need for it. None. Anyways, it has been an hour, and I took a screenshot of it. 30 people watching a solo stream using the bare bones YouTube app. Anything is this. I hate using this, and the reason I hate using this is simple. It's because the chat is annoying as fug. And yes, we're all very observant. All I said is what I heard about you both. I don't know who that person is. I have no idea who that person is. I know that person was taking shots at me on Polly Crispy's on the. You go to Polly Crispy's channel right now, and there ain't nothing on there but one live stream, and then there's like one community tab. And underneath that one community tab is me and boats going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So whoever's behind that account, you, right there, is the one that was arguing with me. And your point that you had, it made, again, apples and oranges. And you know what we were talking about. It's still there. You know exactly what we're talking about. So there is that. I don't know who you are, but I'm seriously like, really? Here I am calling Paulie out, and I don't hate Paulie. I don't hate this man, but he's really done nothing to me. He tried like hell to get me in his server, just like Rada did. I'm like, not only no, but hell no. That ain't happening. So that Harry Balls can kick me out of it and laugh about it. And time me out for a week and then laugh about it. That ain't happening. Yes, history does repeat itself. Lightning does strike the same place twice. It does. But I'm just not into that kind of stuff anymore. Moving on. Make YouTube great again 2026. I don't see Hebrew in here. Where is Hebrew? Are you saying Boats is Hebrew? No, it's not. No, I'm a little dyslexic, so bear with me here. I haven't seen him around. He was being him and the whole Vegas Valley show came about when the Lisa Beast crew went over there and jumped on panel for about 6 hours straight, and it became the Stabby show. All about everybody's, all these people going at Stabby. 420 in the chat, as usual. The usual suspects. Became about the Hebrew Stabby. It started as a Hebrew Stabby. No, it started with Black Rose. Darth Rose going up on panel. That pick me gal wanted some attention. That's because she saw a clearing. Now, you want to talk about some meteorological terms? I got one for you. A clear slot. So Rose found a little clear slot where Silly Wabbit was at work, and she decided to take that opportunity to sneak up on panel, see? That's what she did. If she tells you otherwise, call her out. She's full of shit. Because that guy was on, every time Wabbit's out over there, you will not see Black Rose on there. Guaranteed. I guarantee. Anyways, Hebrew was nowhere to be found. And yes, he does know about that channel. He's got a wrench on that channel. I mean, lots of people got a wrench on that channel. I'm just saying, Hebrew has a wrench on Vegas Valley. I do too. A lot of people just do have them. And whether he's watching, I don't know. But I haven't seen him around. He's not been there. No, she will absolutely have nothing. She will absolutely have nothing to do with it as long as you're around. And you know damn well she's watching this right now. Rose, you out there? I have called her out on so many things. It's not even funny. She will not deny them, but she will not acknowledge them. Somebody's talking about Pink Birdo. Who's talking about Birdo on Jamie's list? I'm like, oh shit, there's a blast of the frickin' past. There's a lot of conspiracy theory behind the whole Birdo thing. Like it was using some of voice disguiser. I don't know if it was or not. I'm kind of surprised nobody tried to decode them if that's the case, or if that was the case. But they seem to kind of come and just go. So, anyways. Yeah. There it is right there. There you go. I'm sure she don't do that. I'm sure she don't record calls herself. So if you go back to Black Rose, she tried to go on. She went over on Angel NFL's panel, and that was after Rada was up there stirring up the pot, pulling his usual bullshit with me again. This was a while ago. This wasn't like overnight. This was probably like, I don't know, like 3 months or so back. Who's counting? And she goes, I got receipts that Abe tried to stalk me because he asked me for my email address. Bitch, I don't care if I asked you for your frickin' DNA strand. That is not stalking you. The truth behind, the fact of the matter is, behind that story is I was on Lisa B's panel with 5 other people, including her, 6 of us backstage. And this was involving a picture off of X or Twitter, formerly Twitter, that she said did not exist, that I didn't have, that I was lying about. That's why. And I said, well, there's Rick Crude's hula gal, Black Rose. If I'm lying, I'm dying, bitch. How can I communicate this picture to you right here, right now? And because I didn't have her, I don't think she even had Discord at the time. If she did, I sure as hell didn't have it. And I said, I will DM you this picture right now. Right now. And I will own your ass. I am calling you for your bluff right now. Now what? And she's like, you're not getting my email address. Well, then how the fuck can I get this sent to you if I'm sure as hell not going to post this picture up my community tab because it's kind of graphic. And what that picture was a picture of the sniper that grazed President Trump in the ear in the state of Pennsylvania. That's what that picture was. And that picture, the link to that picture was published by Steve Lookner of Agenda Free TV in his own chat by him himself that very night, because that was the night that happened. So this bitch is saying that I lying through my teeth. I don't have a picture of this. Yes, I do. So that's why I asked that. how should I phrase this? Little perfect goddess in her own mind of freaking YouTube, who always has to interject herself into everybody else's beeswax because she's got none herself. That's what that is. And one of the other times I caught her and playing her own little game against her is when she said, and she has never said this again, and she knows why. She knows why she ain't gonna say this again. Black Rose will not say this again because she knows what I'm gonna do next. And I'm gonna tell you. She said that I would, when she got on my panels, on my show, over 2 years ago, like 3 years ago, when she was, and this was after she got Lisa B to block me for 10 months off of Lisa's channel, mind you. And it was that Golden Reports guy in the chat that was on panel with Lisa and said, just let him up. Yes, are you out there? Yes, he did. And she finally let me up. That's how I finally got back on her channel. Only to get blocked again on Black Rose Mark. See? Yeah. That's how that works. Anyways, sounds like there's a building fire alarm going off around me somewhere. Anyways, whatever that is. Some kind of a noise. I can hear off in the distance. But anyways, it's the Abe Lunk alarm. That's what it is. Oh, shit. So no, Rose said that I blocked her. I kicked her off my panels. I muted her, and I kicked her, and I would not. I would run over her. I would dogpile her. Dogpiling involves more than one person, first of all. Second of all, I proved otherwise. Known to a channel I have not seen a chat this morning. It was TOS, named withheld by Google for security purposes. And she had a clip. She still has a clip, which I shared in my tab. And it's like 3 minutes long, and it's of my show. My channel. First, I thought it was somebody else's channel. I thought it was like Bedtime Clown, or I thought it might have been Rose's. I knew it wasn't Rose's because I saw because the panelists that were there. It was like 5 or 6 of us on panel in 2023. It's been a minute or two, and there's Black Rose up on the panel. Ain't nobody piling on top of her. Ain't nobody not letting her talk. She got to say whatever it is the hell she wanted to say. And I didn't kick her. I didn't drop her. I didn't play with her mic. Homie, don't play that. Y'all know me. I don't do to people like her what they do to me. No, I don't play them games. Y'all know. If I drop someone on my panel, I own that shit. I say, I dropped this person, I dropped these people because they would shut the hell up and let me say one thing on my own panel. And they're all, we're not playing the gaslighting Abe was a fake cop, lives in mom's basement shit all over again. We're not doing that. I don't go live to sit there and do that every fucking night. Pardon my French. So y'all have Lisa B's channel or wherever else you want to do that on. I don't care. Have fun over there. But again, Rose is all up in everyone's business. She has none of her own. None whatsoever. She lives on this shit 24 hours a day. She has no life outside of it whatsoever, and that's that. Now, so I found a live stream where she was on there with Bedtime Clown and these people, and they're all shitting on Lisa B. That was when they were at odds with her. And I will be happy, more than happy, to oblige her and Lisa B and everybody else and make that thing public again. So y'all, everybody go watch it and see it for yourselves. And we could We could, let's do the time warp again. Sing it now. Let's do the time warp again. And hit it. But I haven't needed to resort to that because she finally shut her trap. I didn't call her tramp. I said trap. Okay. But I haven't had the need to do that. So there's that. So again, I'm sorry. How is it people like this are the arbiters of truth, and then the rest of us are just lying because they said so? Really? Really? Oh, well, that is no surprise. No surprise. Black Rose says she don't dox people's families. Oh, contraire. Let's talk about that for just a minute, shall we? Yes, let's shall. Black Rose was doxing people in my family on panel because she got so triggered over me up on that panel. She started tossing out their names like nobody's business. She did. Yes, she did. And that's the kind of people we're dealing. Why do you think is it a surprise that she's friends with somebody like Huckleberry? Hello? McFly! Oh, shit. Guys, I want to tell you something. No, I've never seen you put in anything like that out there. Nothing. It's doxing ho. Ho, ho, ho. I said ho. I'm Merry Christmas. It's almost Christmas in July. I tell you. But you can't make this shit up. You just can't. Can't. So, I have spoken my pieces. And I had a great time today, guys. This is a lot of fun. You guys know that I'm here. I'm here for you. Okay? This is really your show. You guys were there with me, most of you. Not all of you. Almost, literally, somebody, and from the beginning. From the beginning. When I was on my at Glockford channel, which is still sitting there. All right. When I moved over to my Honest 8.1 channel, you guys were there with me then too. Then I had to move over to another channel called Honest 8.2. And then we landed here. Yes, we did. And we wound up here because of copyright strike wars. I had to keep moving from channel to channel. And I'm going to tell you, these mofos, and they know who they are, were sitting there laughing up a storm on Friday Night Fuckery, which had been Flying Monkey's old channel, all together because they thought they got one on me. They did. And that was when Flying Monkey struck my channel twice. Not once, but twice. She got my channel twice. And all these mofos were on her channel just having the biggest, what I'll call lolcow block party that you could dream of because they thought they shut me down for 90 days. Well, guess who was live? Guess who kicked their live that very night? Well, they were still live on that channel. That's right. That was me. Hell yeah, baby. That's why I created a channel called Honest 8.1. That's why. It was created to serve as a backup for my main channel. And it worked. And as soon as these mofos found out I was live, they blew a lung. They're like, you should have seen Hillbilly Man. How can this guy be live right now? We struck him down. He can't go live, but he's live. They were too stupid to figure out I had a backup channel. And they were too stupid to figure out a backup channel for a backup channel of a backup channel of a backup channel. And today I proudly have 411 channels. I counted them out one by one by one by one on my days off, and I have it all my usernames, my accounts, all my logins saved, okay, on an Excel spreadsheet that I made. Listen, if you got that many channels and you plan on logging in that many channels, and some of the channels sit dormant for all of eternity, if there is such a thing, that's a long time, man. That's a long time. You better have some sort of a ledger, you know, something with all your login shit, or you're going to lose it. And I have lost the login to one channel, and I vowed never do it again. Never do it again. And so I know that channel, and I have the username for that channel. I just don't have the password for that channel. That channel is old. Let's see, I created that channel in 2015, 11 years ago, and I can't log into it. But I have plenty of access to channel. My original backup channel, I can still log in that. Nobody knows what that channel is, by the way, and you're not going to either. My original channel, even Corrosive Commentary was correct on that one. He was right on that. I was a fool. All right, I was a fool. Kung Fu. You know what I'm thinking of, right? Whoa, whoa. Everybody was Kung Fu fighting. Those cats are fast as lightning. Fact, it was a little bit frightening. That song. But no, really, seriously, I deleted my original YouTube account created in 2007, baby. Hell yeah. So that was like, what, 2 years after YouTube first came around? I created that channel. I thought YouTube was the shit back then. It was garbage back then. And so I just deleted the channel like a couple months later and said, F this shit. I'm out of it. I'm off. I want nothing to do with this stupid social media this garbage. This thing is just so retarded, and I'm done. I'm not going to go. My voice is very hoarse. Right? I've been talking for almost an hour and a half to you guys, and I got to get out of here. Is what I got to do. Anyways, oh, by the way, since I got him in the chat here, any of y'all who says emo is a wussy, don't know his past. Emo drove to Boston Baked Beans, to go confront a character online known as Gary Snowflake in the flesh at a train station. And the guy never showed. And I know he also did a drive-by Masshole Reports crib. He did that too. And that, as far as I know, that video is still on his channel. He streamed that live, driving down Kate Street, driving right up to where she lives. Isn't that crazy? He did do that. Yes, he did. Plenty of sources confirm that. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go pump some gas. And then I'm going to go through the Golden Arches. There's a McGriddle there with my name on it. And I'm dying. I'm hungry. I have not eaten in like 9 hours. I'm hungry, and I got to get out of here. I got to go home, and call it a day. But it's good food, Crafty. It's good food. It tastes so good. And for a limited time only, they got the blueberry pies, and they got the deep fry apple pies. And they are so scrumptiously delicious. I love them. I was 10 years old. I was 10 when they discontinued that in 1992. Okay? 1992. The first media play opened up in Rockford, Illinois, which is not my hometown, by the way. In that same year, Target opened up in Rockford that same year. It was their 810th store. Yeah, that happened. It was an awesome year. 1992. Woo, man. Um, God, get your 90s on. I miss them. The 90s rocked, man. It rocked. And then back then, it was your computer gasping for air. When it was doing that modem dial-up thing, that sounds like an, you know what I mean? And it would go dun dun, and then it would go, "You've got mail." Who remembers that? And the AOL chat rooms to follow. Oh shit! Yeah, you have a great day too. You guys have fun. Y'all take care. Y'all have a good one, and y'all come back now. You hear?